Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm Axion Evolved and we are back here playing FortressCraft Evolved. And so last time, just a quick little recap, we got our copper and our tin set up on a pretty basic smelting setup, but it works for now. We also built this normal belt crafter so we can get the regular full size or full speed belts, you know, just throwing in some resources here. And off camera, I did a little bit of exploring, and let me go show you guys what I found. So this is our main shaft. We got our copper coming up right here. And so I went over here to the side a little bit. And what did we find? Try to make these hallways nice and lit for everybody. We stumbled across iron. Let's see how much is here. So that's not too much, but that'll get us going for now. Now, something to be aware of when you are getting iron. Once you get past a certain depth, you can see right now we're at negative 82 meters. Once you get past a certain depth, and if I were to place a belt, let me just place a belt real quick and see what happens. See if it shows up. I don't know if it's down here for iron, but after a certain depth, you will get these little bulbous creatures. I think they're called Minox that spawn on these. And what happens is they'll literally eat your ore and you won't get any of it. So it looks like it doesn't affect us down here, but that's something we'll definitely need to deal with, as well as running power down here so we can get something a little bit more sustainable. I might actually even just dig a hole straight up from here and kind of see where that comes out. In fact, let me just do that, because eventually I want to get into like cargo lifts and all that, lots of fun stuff. And having the shafts in place just makes it so much easier, you know. So let's kind of get up here. You know, I have the GPS tool. I don't know why I haven't made one yet. I feel like it'd come in handy for situations like this. You know, let's worry about this later. Let's try to get some power routed down here. So I'm gonna run back up to the surface and get all the stuff I need to start throwing power down, and we'll be back once I have that all situated. You know, now that I'm back up here, I realize just how slow we're outputting. I think we need to... I've only upgraded these belts so far. They're still running on the basic belts down here, which as you can see is really kind of cutting into the production speed. I need to make a channel so I can walk over this. So I think one of the other things we need to do is upgrade these belts. So it's not too many, but we'll need the resources to even start doing that. Let me clear this out too. Make it easy to walk through. So maybe luckily that's something we can kind of have going on in the background and not have to worry about it. But another thing I can do is one of the reasons I even left this kind of set up this way, we can have this smelt for us while we're doing other things like collecting bars. Okay, so this one wants, what are you? You're the plate. I think you want tin. So let's just drop 3. And you're a wire producer. So let's drop 3. And this has this has over 100 belts in it. So we don't even need to worry about that one. So while that's going, we can, let me see here. Now we got a couple options. We can try to utilize the existing power infrastructure. In fact, let me check on the GPS tool. I know, what does that take? PCBs and wires. Okay. I mean, it wouldn't be the biggest deal to make this right now, but I don't think it's worth it just right this second, because I don't think my shaft came up wherever it is. Let's see, this goes down over. I bet it's somewhere in this general area because we didn't go too far. I'm talking about the iron shaft that I kind of dug. You know, this is gonna run out fairly soon. We need to start planning for post this vein, and I think this is the answer. Let's see here. Oh yeah, that's plenty of coal. We'll still have to start getting into, I don't remember if it's enriched coal or compacted coal or you know, whatever they call it, but let's research that. Definitely need to get into the base defense. The spider bot defense. What does this give us? Turrets we're gonna need for sure. Ray gun, nice to have. This auto excavator right here is what I was talking about. You just kind of throw it down and it digs a 3x3 shaft as high as you want, or as high as it can go. I guess that'll be it for now. I do want those. The spider bot is something I want to get set up. It just, in order to really use it, you need lithium, and we are nowhere near lithium right now. And we're nowhere near being able to get it up at an easy rate. We are almost out of research points too. So it would be nice. Did I make a little storage? I didn't with any storage crates. I did not. Interesting. How many of these have we had? So 30 conveyor belts, 55. That should be enough to swap out damn near all these. I think this coal vein is all part of that big 2 million one. And if this isn't, then that's another source. So we should be good on coal power. Eventually, you know, you move away from coal because it stops being useful. You start just kind of using the other power sources that the game will eventually provide. Gotta be careful here. Now, another nice little thing is, although these belts seem useless, we can eventually use them to craft more regular belts. So, I'm not going to trash them just yet, but we can at least, you know, build to us. Come up. Oh, we're out of belts. All right, let's see if this can help us out faster than we thought. Okay, so we can build a few. Jeez, probably should have done the math there, huh? All right, and we really need to dig this out. Makes it a lot more convenient to get around when you don't have to worry about hitting your head, you know. Okay, so now we at least have the belts going the whole way, but I think these hoppers can output faster than the belts can take. So, you know, I do want to swap this out for a regular size hopper too. So now what I'm looking at, I want to merge these belts, right? And so I can either merge down here, you know, have them output in two directions, maybe dig this out, put the hopper right here. So for example, do something like that, and then do I have, yeah, I can use those. So basically take that away. So take that away and then have them do something like this. So this way, this way, this way, this way. And that should draw them from both. Now, the logistics hopper is probably a little bit faster than that mini hopper, but the full-size hopper is even faster than both of those. So I want to get to that. which also kind of sets up another point. We need to get lightweight machine housings and iron gears set up to automate very, very soon in the future, because those are used in pretty much everything. If you look at the recipes, let's look at that real quick. So hoppers, where are they? Hoppers take both of those, right? And I believe lightweight machine housings is just, it might even just be plates, tin plates. That's what they eventually get turned into. Do I have that? Copper wire. Well, I don't have a wire factory just yet, but it's definitely something we'll need. So let me, you know what? I can at least steal some of the wire. Because if I don't put the tin plates in, it'll just store up here. What did I need for that? I needed 8. Okay. So yeah, we'll need to make this. We'll need to make this to a lesser extent. These for sure. Because like I said, storage hoppers take both. What else? Power storage blocks take them. All kinds of stuff. So it would serve us to get that going, but it would also help us to have the iron handy. Lightweight machine housing takes plates, but the crafter takes this. So let's see. Let's throw this down and see what it needs. Need some hoppers. Okay, so we can just throw that down. Okay, so this only needs tin plates. Okay. The other issue is that we are not, like I said, we're not feeding these fast enough to really make use. So because these are the basic ore smelters, like I said before, they take 4 ore to make 1 bar. Whereas this smelter, the regular smelter, takes 2 ore to 1 bar. Did I do that wrong? My gosh. Of course I did. So yeah, so these 75 or 78, you know, they're going to get divided by 2. What is that? 30, 39? So that'll make me 39 ore, or 39 iron bars. Whereas, you know, if I put 100 tin in there, I'm only going to get 25 bars out of it. So these are super inefficient, but we can kind of remedy that by eventually getting some cutter heads that will output the material faster and have these output onto 2 different belts. In fact, I might be able to just... Oh, I don't have any more. Oh well. What is the power draw here? Okay, so that has plenty of power. So you know what? Let's do something like this. Let's throw you there. And we'll just kind of get this going to where it needs to go. I don't know if this will make it all the way down. Looks like it does. So we can at least start powering up the miner, because you see the miner's out of power. Take the ore. And now we at least have that going. You know, I should probably do something like... Am I blocking? Of course I'm blocking. I meant to go up one more. Let me dig this out. It'd be really nice to know where this comes out. So I'm gonna dig a little hole here. Ideally, there we go. This is an easy way to find out where you are. An easy way to dig vertical and horizontal shafts. Oh, another cool little bug there, or feature, I guess. If you build so high that you encompass yourself, you can see through the walls. So you can see, looks like we got some diamonds over there. Same thing there. Maybe some emeralds. See, it's like tinted green. There might be some emerald there, but for now, we can use this to dig up. In fact, I could press K, which brings up the hollow base, which shows you like a wireframe infrastructure. So this will show you, so there's my smelter array, and here is the basic belt crafting. So we're going to be just a little bit off. We're going to be a little bit off to the side, which is fine. We just need to get up to the top, and then we can worry about where we are. And worry about routing belts and all that kind of, all that jazz. So I'm thinking, I'm thinking a good goal would be, oh, here we go. Get those other machines automated. Oh, so this is actually very convenient. So let's dig out a little hole here. So this is the center of that shaft. Now, that means, if I'm not mistaken, on this square right here is where our laser transmitter is. So we can use that to our advantage and dig a shaft straight down when we get the resource, and use that to bring our iron directly up, and eventually even use mine carts, or not mine carts, cargo lifts. But we're not there yet. You know what else I need? I need a threat scanner. Do I have one of those? Or an attack scanner? Use up all of my stuff on these. These are nice to know to kind of figure out like when we're going to get attacked, because I'm going to need, you know what, this Arthur turret would actually come in handy too. Where is it? Was it in here? Yeah. Okay, well, we can make that in a second. Ray gun. What do you need? Charge lithium coils. Jeez. It's just getting down to lithium is just a little bit more difficult than I'd like it to be. Let's get some iron. Our 39 iron bars. Oh, I need this. So you need iron gears and lightweight machine housings. And lightweight machine housings take tin plates, I believe. Oh, that's the crafter. I need the actual thing. There we go. So we can definitely do that. Trying to think if maybe I should build a separate setup just for that, because we need the hoppers to make. You know what? I'm going to do this in the interim. I'm just going to take these and replace my hoppers so that they output faster, because then that'll just put more material on the belts, which means more smelted faster. So let's do that real quick. And then in the interim, I can use the newly crafted materials to get it out. So yeah, we see. Yeah, the drill motors make them go faster, and the cutter heads get you more per go. So those will be the next upgrades we want. But it also predicates on finding lithium, because we're gonna need, when you do more upgrades, you need more power. And the CPH is good to an extent, but we're going to want to start making pyrothermic generators, which, again, iron gears, lightweight machine housings. Once we get those going, it pretty much opens the door to a lot of stuff. And we can watch the slime. I guess the slimes are attracted to the power, so we can watch them fall. Let's bring you. Let's make you add only. I didn't get any belts. Of course not. Having this little roof up here is super nice, because you always, it always takes me up high enough to get where I need to go. Let's do 20 and 10. We just need a couple of these bad boys. Do I have any? Oh, I do have 100. Well, we'll have to get to them when we get to them, you know. Although I could make, I need 15, right? 15 logistics hoppers. For at least one hopper. And I can do something really, really nasty. Let me go. We're going to store and smelt in the same hopper. So, kind of gross, but it'll work. It'll work in the interim, I guess. And that's what we'll go with. So with that being said, we can now do this. All right. So now once we get the motors upgraded, or the cutting heads, I think it's motors first. Once we get those upgraded, we can begin to output faster. And these are what I'm talking about. So maybe we should do that. 12 iron gears, which, what is that, 60? So I can make 7. So 12 iron gears and X amount of machine housings for the motors, right? 2 lightweight machine housings, and those take 10 plates. So, oh, you know what? I can do this, right? Because this takes logistics hoppers. So let me do this, and then I only need 8 more logistics hoppers, right? Which would be 16 of each. So, God, this is just like nasty. Oh, I need to make them here. We're just making it work, ladies and gentlemen. So I need 2 more. Oh, agonizing. But, well, I guess let's make all the iron gears we could need right now. So then we need copper wire, which we don't have any of because we need more copper. I think it's 1 copper is 1 wire. Oh, so close. I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, I know it's working. You know, we could just take this one too and totally just replace it with a logistics hopper. We'll sacrifice the logistics hopper because this building up isn't that big of a deal. Do add only there, remove only there. Okay, now I feel less bad about that. Did we get enough for another gear? We need some tin. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna make logistics hoppers to make a normal hopper to put right here. And then I'm just going to rotate that. And we'll need what? We need 2 machine housings. So 2 times 12 is 24. So I'll need to put 24 in there. Just enough. Boom. So that should be 24 plates, which will give us the machine housings. And then I need the wire. Yes. So 6 more wire, and I have 2. So as long as I don't have 10 plates, we're good. So there's, okay. So then in comes the endless cycle. So I think I'll let this craft up, and then I'll come back when we are ready. All right, so we got all the stuff we need now. I'm going to go ahead and craft both of these motors, and let's go. Notice how big of a gap there is between every 2 ore. So let's go back. We'll upgrade the motors, and then let's watch the subsequent output change. So now we should be able to see kind of how much faster they go. So what is that, like 6 or 8 belts? Yeah, look, much quicker output. There's only what, a 2 belt, 3 belt difference between them. So that's where the motors really come in handy. That'll really help us produce more copper and tin, which in turn means that we can start. In fact, I might be able to reach this from here. Well, let me go grab all that stuff. Which means that now we can go and upgrade all of our other production machines, or actually make the other production machines. And really, what I need to do eventually is, just have this automated. Have copper feeding here, copper feeding here, tin feeding here. And that way I can just come grab this stuff whenever I need to. Unfortunately, yeah, this is already moving faster. Unfortunately, that means that it would, because we're only producing, a small amount of this at the moment, that would mean that we don't get it quite as fast as we need. Do I have lenses on here? I do. I also want to, the anthropological osteology. This gets you things like these organic lenses and the coal enricher, right? This is how you get more power out of coal, and this is how you move the power faster. And you use all these parts that you get from all the little buggies. So, these guys. And the ones you'll see attack later on. What is this doing here? So, but in order to do that, we need to find something unknown and get more research points. But we just know so many things. So, what do we do? So we've upgraded our drill heads, our drill motors. We've upgraded all the belts. We've found our iron to the surface. Let me go grab those. And we've been collecting bug parts. So I think the next priorities are going to be lightweight machine housing crafter, a iron gear crafter, getting the iron up and smelting at the surface, and then locating lithium and setting up a basic array for that. So with that, I think that's going to be it for today's episode. If you like what you saw, drop me a like or drop me a comment. I try to answer all the comments that I see, answer any questions. If you have any questions, leave those down too. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. And with that, I'll see you guys next time.